Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of, well, it's kind of a joint episode. What's up, Agent Nemitz?
Well, hello there.
Yeah, this is a Realm of Vasten, and we're both recording. This is going to go out on both of our channels, I think. And yeah, we just wanted to do a little tour, a little talk, a little conversation, and I'm ramping up for season 3 here, so I mean, kind of a finishing detail sort of situation. So this is like a perfect timing.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
by the way, your skin is awesome. I love how like your head goes up. Is that
Oh,
like a hat? Or
yeah,
something? How
it's,
do you do that?
yeah, I can actually turn it off. How do you do that? I completely forget. Oh, here it is. Hat, yeah, see?
Oh, that's really cool. It's like seamless. It looks
Oh, really?
cool. Awesome.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, it looks like part of your skin. Then you look in, it's like, wait a second, that's a pixel higher than it should be.
yeah, well, it's because I have like a faux hawk, if they call it, I think, in real life, so I
Oh,
wanted
right.
to emulate that in the game.
Nice. Well, so for all of Agent Nemitz's viewers, my name's Fixxitt.
Yeah.
If you're my viewer and you haven't seen his series, he's an excellent builder. I would kind of put you in maybe like a B-dubs or Germsy Boy vein of build style. Is that fair?
Oh, wow, thank you. I don't know if I'd put myself there, but I don't know. But thank you.
Well, I think stylistically, when I look at your builds, I'm like, yeah, I could see this fitting like seamlessly in the building of B-dubs world or Germsy's building big world or here or whatever. It just really fits in with that sort of style of build and all that stuff. And we're also big fans of BWO. So.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, hey, we're here with the Banking Clan. This is my most recent build. This is like a side project. So
It's beautiful.
in Vasten, we have about 25 kingdoms or so.
Jeez, man.
Some are very small. Some are like a hamlet, and some is a huge city.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I've seen some of the videos. I'm like, holy Lord. Seems like ginormous.
We started this in 111, and that was way before custom recipes were even like a dream, there's it's a survival world, and we do it completely straight survival. No world edit, no plugins. I mean, nothing. It's like 100% straight survival. Outside of a cup, we do forest. We'll do forest with structure blocks because the mass of the size is
Yes.
it's unrealistic. And that's pretty much it. And we have a couple of rules. Everything is storyline based. It's all based in lore. We have a wiki with like 130, 140 pages of history and story about the world. And
I think you might need to add a little bit to that. You don't have enough pages yet.
well, it's true because since I started doing like the script intros before the videos, I've been writing a lot of lore and not expanding on the wiki. So I actually do need to get on there, but so one of the things that we did is I wanted to have an easy way but survival based to get some blocks that are a pain in the butt to get. Like I wanted to build this is all built out of diorite. I mean, there's like stone accent, but it's diorite, and the thought of harvesting that amount of diorite is not possible with my schedule, at least. So let me see. we're in creative mode just for the tour, I should say. I forgot, just so we can fly around and see things. I wonder if there's this would be perfect. I'm gonna fill up my inventory real quick.
Okay.
Just with sandstone and whatever diorite is here, because I'm going to show you how this works. Oops. Okay. So yeah, come this way. So this is how basically you can get access to. This is a banking clan, and the idea is this is where you can get access to materials that are possible to get, but really grindy. Not like diamonds or that kind of stuff, but like gravel. Or diorite or granite or red sand, things that you would have to like destroy the environment to get and take hours to mine. So it's a one-to-one block exchange. So for example, if you want gravel, you can come over here and you have to fill up this chest here with any block that fills it, but it has to be full stacks. It can't be even 59. It has to be full stacks of 64 the whole way to the top, and then it will thanks to a structure block, it will turn into gravel.
Oh, that's fancy.
And so we have a bunch of different ones. We have, I think, 7 maybe diorite gravel. Come up here, I'll show you this.
Oh, and guys, my screen's not flickering. It's the light map. It's genius.
Oh, it is the
genius light map.
That's right. So our tech, we use a texture pack done by Germsy Boy, which is like kind of a variation of his a taste of Germ texture pack, but with some just stuff that we've sort of added. And yeah, it's kind of always evolving. The dude is a complete texture master, as you all know.
Yeah, for real.
So here's like red sand. I tried to do each of the lobbies kind of in the thing that you trade in, but since doing that, I've changed my mind. This is red sandstone over here.
Okay.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a whole palace for each trade on this island. Nice. This was supposed to be a big kingdom, but about halfway through it, I got kind of uninspired. I moved to other kingdoms, and so this is going to be kind of like my getaway. So like once season 3 starts, we'll be working on like an ice kingdom, and maybe if I do 25 episodes in a row there, I might. It's really dark here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, there we go. Oh wait, we're in creative. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, I was like, oh gosh.
So yeah, so we have clay, granite. Let's see what's up here. Path blocks. That was access to that andesite. Up here, packed ice.
Oh, yeah, there's even another level. Holy cow.
So, but yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up finishing this and just making this a regular bank, and then build each palace out of the materials that you are trading in.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I'll build a red sandstone palace, you know, and use red sandstone as one of the major building things, and then it'll be like, you know, roughly this size, somewhere in this island, and then that'll be where you go to make that trade. And also, the building straight ahead is the villager trading hall, but I'm not doing anything until 1.14 comes out.
Right.
That.
What are you planning to put in there? Are you going to do custom villager trading things?
Like, no, I'll do like a regular old villager breeder, bring them in from different places and whatever. I don't want to do it until I find out what the villager update's going to be all about.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just heard. I don't know if this is true or not, but I just heard that they're going to do underground villages. I don't know if that's true or not, but that sounds really cool. Like, and there was a picture. Someone did a concept art. There was like a house just mined out, like in a hole underground. It was kind of cool.
That's interesting. I mean, I would be on board with that. I'm surprised that they wouldn't just wait for like the eventual underground update that we're going to get someday.
Oh yeah, with the cave overhaul and everything like that.
Someday they got it. I mean, they got to do that.
Well, yeah.
Especially with this being such the crafting update, it looks like with all these new blocks that.
Oh my gosh.
That we got. It looks like you have to use different blocks for all different kinds of crafting things.
Oh, guys, look at this boat! Isn't this just amazing?
Yeah, so we have fast travel. Everything in this world is connected by roads. That's one of the that's probably the number one rule. You have to connect everything by roads. But there's also time constraints. The one thing I always say is like, it just sucks to be somewhere and realize like, oh crap, I need 3 sugarcane, and the sugarcane farm is like a 30-minute horse ride away.
Yeah.
Because we use extra large biomes, and they are enormous.
Oh man, I can't imagine.
Some of our kingdoms are about 8,000, 9,000 blocks away, and it's all connected by road. So what we have is we have a fast travel system. It's still connected by road, but just also in addition, there are boats that will take you different places. So all these boats here, this is Port Bray. This is like our capital city.
Phew.
Every boat goes somewhere different.
That's amazing.
Including the airship up there.
Airship. I think I got lost.
It's it's easy to get lost. It's like it has the purple top up here.
Oh, I see it now. I turned my render distance down because my computer, like I was saying, it's bad. So
yeah, especially loading in and everything too. But the airship goes to White Sands. That was like the capital main. That was the main project of last season.
Wow, that looks incredible.
But I thought what we would do is show you some of the newer things that maybe I haven't shown off since they've been either updated or whatever.
Okay.
And some of the smaller towns, if that is cool, like that usually don't make a world tour because they're just too small. This is the first castle I ever did. There's some real problems with it. It's okay. But some lessons
good.
It
looks good. My game is just like loading half of it, so it doesn't look as good.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
There we go.
So the castle, what I learned is this castle actually sits on top of a man-made mountain. This whole mountain is fake. Yeah. which you can see if you really look at it, it's all just stone. Like I never got around to detailing the mountain, but yeah, it's a hollow mountain
maybe. But
and what all right, one of the lessons I learned was I made the top completely flat, or it's not completely flat, but it's mostly flat, and that doesn't help.
No,
you know what I mean? It makes it you have to be extra creative to make something look decent whenever it's flat, instead of using the landscape as is to make it more interesting. But
I like it though. It looks cool.
We're building 2 castles in season 3, so we'll get better. We'll get better at it.
I don't think I've ever built something to this scale. This is pretty big.
This was really fun. I had a really good time, especially because I wanted to be able to open the town. If you come over here just to get an idea of the city, up until White Sands, this was the biggest city in the world.
And White Sands is the current one that you guys were just working on, right?
Yeah, White Sands is an independent kingdom. This is the capital of all of season 1. Like all the cities we use a Game of Thrones, if you watch that series, where a bunch of different castles and keeps and stuff all bow to one house or one family. So this is it's Port Bray, and it's a House Donau. So all the kingdoms that we built in season 1 bow to House Donau. That's sort of the story. Season 2 was an independent kingdom, and now season 3 is going to be House Shannara, which is another sort of storyline bit that we're working towards.
Wow. Is that an ice farm right there? I think that is.
It is. We needed an ice farm. Just because I wanted to build that ice tree over there. So I don't build anything temporary. Like if I'm going to build an ice farm, I'm going to build something and keep it, make it look good, make it part of the lore, which is why cities get big, But I realized that it's not high enough to be really good.
Oh, okay.
After I built it. So then I see those 3 towers over here? That is the next ice farm that I built. After that, I realized it has to be higher.
Geez, these are crazy.
Yeah, it's just an ice farm. That's all it is.
Hey, now you know.
But yeah, so it's high enough. And that's why it's kind of weirdly shaped and stuff, because it has to have sky access for the ice to freeze and everything.
See, I would never have known if you wouldn't have told me. You didn't have to tell.
Yeah, I mean, I like having excuses for builds. I think it's really helpful and important.
Right. Yeah.
And it's easy. It's easy to get in this game, I think, to a place that is like, well, I don't even know what to do.
Oh yeah.
Or
you get overwhelmed.
But if you always, it can either be overwhelming, or you're like, what's the point? Sort of too, especially in an old world. Our world's about 2 years old. So I think that having it in a way that, like, okay, in the next city that we start, we're going to need a sugarcane farm. Well, we already have sugarcane farms, but we're 20,000 blocks away. So they're going to need their own sugarcane farm. We'll have to make it aesthetically pleasing and a story behind it, and who the owner is, and a reason of why the owner has a sugarcane farm there, etc.
Yeah, for sure.
But so I thought we could maybe go over this way, and I'll show you Helheim, which is one of the newest builds, but I've been kind of trying to do some finishing touches over there.
Okay. All right. Never
Helheim
before seen. Exclusive.
Yeah, that's true. I think so. I mean, the build has been seen, but a lot of the finishing touches haven't. There's a road. The road's over here. Helheim is the birthplace of witches in this world. And there's a bunch of story about how an elf tried to improve upon humans, and the experiments didn't go well. And she sort of accidentally created witches who went insane. Until she later got the spell right and created this other race called the High Humans, which we haven't gotten to yet. But that's going to eventually be our steampunk cliffside airship. B-Dub's Savannah cliffside situation that he did. It's going to be a little bit in that sort of vein, but very steampunk.
Oh, okay.
And they'll be like the most technologically advanced, and there's a whole religion based on them and stuff in the wiki and everything. But
will they also have superpowers since they're high humans?
We have been working on that. My Patreon, it was like this whole build is actually a Patreon reward. Really? And if you sign up at that tier, you get to actually influence the lore and really help write some stuff. And what he wanted was high humans, so we did this whole thing. And this is where the ritual took place to make the high humans. You might get some lag.
I'm prepared.
This is an actual witch farm, actually. So about every 30 seconds, a bunch of witches fall down. Yeah. Right underneath this is a witch hut.
Ooh, that's a really cool use of banners.
Yeah, I thought that kind of
I always forget
well.
that you can do that with them, and I see it in people's videos, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use that, and then I don't use it. Oh, I just heard it go off.
Another thing I always forget is layering two on top of each other. You know that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I do that with beds a lot, like
something like that. You know?
Yeah. I do that with bedding a lot, like to make like a sheet that goes around the bed, because I make like usually like a bed frame. So like imagine this is a bed. It has like a frame around it.
Yeah.
And then I'll have
that'd be cool.
Like sheets hanging down. I did it a lot in my interiors.
I can't believe I didn't see that. I watch all your videos, but I must have missed that. But that's how I have to keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
The idea here is that they use electric. Tanisa Umali is the name of the high elf scientist who used that thing's like a battery, basically. So, and there's iron bars coming down, and that it's like Frankenstein sort of idea.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know if you can hear the witch farm going off like crazy.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so this is Helheim, and I tried to have so it's the witches are alchemists. This is like the alchemy sort of kingdom of the world. Mm-hmm. And the order of men is one of the religions, and it's kind of like they're always out to improve man. They don't really have a deity as much as they believe that man is the answer and man can improve themselves and stuff. In this world, man is the only thing. We don't have dwarves and elves anymore. They all left.
Okay.
It's all in the lore. Like they used to be here a few thousand years ago, and then man betrayed them basically during a war, and they left. They're like, screw you, we're out. So,
may I just say these houses are awesome. I like how they're like up on stilts. That's so cool. Like you don't see this.
I tried to sort of do a mythical sausage did an improve a witch hut sort of build. And I tried to take some of those ideas. So it's basically, since this is where witches were created, they would sort of be stylistically influential to them.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the idea is that Netherwort is overtaking this, because when the experiment happened, Netherwort got mutated. So you can see there's some big Netherworts here.
Yeah, those are super cool.
And so these guys have to like cut down Netherwort every day because they grow overnight to this size, and that's kind of the idea.
Oh wow.
Just to give it a reason, what I wanted to do, and I don't think I'm going to get to it, is surround this whole area with giant Netherwort trees.
Oh wow! I saw you had a couple over here.
Yeah, it was a test run. I don't feel like it worked really well. But yeah, so I don't know. So maybe we'll come back at some point and do some village overhauls and stuff. And I want to do some small. I learned something. I was talking to Germ one night during a stream, or maybe we were just playing. I don't remember. And about this area, and he mentioned having really really low to the ground houses is super effective in showing how big the castle is.
Oh yeah.
Like at first, I think I only had these wooden houses, which are fairly big, fairly tall, and I think it makes the scale of the castle not seem so grand.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have it's interesting. If you put like one of these witch houses in the foreground and then look at the castle, you're like, yeah, that's an okay castle. It's kind of big. But then if you move where you have like one of these really low huts on the ground, then all of a sudden like, oh, that thing is huge, and I think it really helps with the scale and the scope. It's an interesting like painting technique, foreground versus background and all that kind of stuff,
Oh yeah. The Bob Ross it up, man.
Exactly. I watched a lot of Bob Ross actually on YouTube when I was building.
Oh, do you? He's actually
he
has
Netflix.
He's on Netflix. I didn't even know this till like the other week, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be watching me some Bob Ross. You
are too young to probably remember it, but I grew up literally watching every day. He was on before Sesame Street when I was a little boy.
Yeah, no, I actually we just had all like the basic channels. We didn't get like cable and all that stuff when I was younger. We didn't get that till I was older, and after PBS programs, after all the shows I'd watch, Bob Ross was on next, and I would watch it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's incredible. It's amazing, like when you're watching a Bob Ross video, or I'm sure any painter, but that's the one that we all know, is like, he does this amazing thing, like a waterfall mountain. It's like, wow, that's perfect. Just stop. And then he puts this big ugly thing in front. Like, no, you ruined it. And then you wait like another 5 minutes, like, oh, that tree is perfect. Just stop. It's perfect. And then he does something else. Like, no, you ruined it again. It's Yeah,
really
or
funny.
he says he's gonna do it, and he like says what he's gonna make, like you said, a waterfall, and then he's making it, and you're like, that doesn't look like a waterfall, and then like he's done, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's the best waterfall I've ever seen.
You know, that's very similar to Minecraft. I think about that a lot. Like when I first started to build this one in particular, because you start with just like the frame, and like, what have I done?
Oh,
like, how am I gonna? I'm gonna have to tear this whole thing down because this is horrible. And then you just do another layer, and then another layer, and then some detail, and then another layer, and then some paths, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, it's starting to look good. And every time you start a new phase, you're like, oh no, what have I done? I've ruined it.
I had that exact same feeling when I started this new kingdom that I was on. Well, it's not really new anymore. That the Japanese style kingdom in my single player.
Yeah.
When I did the frame to the main castle, I was like, this looks like a pyramid. This looks terrible. Yeah, I'm sure everyone else was thinking that too because it was terrible. And then the next video came along and I had it built up and I got comments that were like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. And I'm like, yeah, I had a good idea, I promise.
Yeah, it is. It's all about just layers and layers and layers. Same with painting. It's one of the things I'm just seeing this now. All these brown carpets. That's our brown carpet in the pack.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because this is a witch farm, everything has to be lit up completely for it to be effective. So I asked Germ to give us brown carpets are dirt and green lime carpets are grass color.
Nice.
But he figured out how to do it without changing the wool. So we still have brown wool.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to talk to him.
It's really nice. So yeah, that was a big change. A couple things that I'm not sure about. I kind of think maybe I want to add some dead trees here. I kind of tried it like as if the netherwort is like taking all the nutrients out, maybe something like that. I actually tried. I loaded this up in a test world and I changed out all of the grass for coarse dirt, thinking, thank goodness I did in a test world, and it was horrible. It was awful. It was just awful. Like it looked like a Western town instead of. I wanted to look dead, but it looked like the Wild West. It was.
Oh yeah.
It was not good.
I was gonna say I thought Germ's leaves were like oranges because I was gonna say those would look really good, kind of as like maybe like dead leaves if you had them scattered around, but they're not. They're not orange in this pack.
Birch is yellowish, sort of, in his current pack, but
right.
We had already done a very, very large custom forest with birch leaves.
Okay, yep.
And at that point, as you know, I would love to change it because I would love to have the variety, but yeah, it's a very big forest.
Oh yeah.
So
that makes
it
sense.
is what it is now. Maybe who knows? I think we're getting more trees eventually.
Oh yeah, that babosa tree. I mean, they said they're adding all those biomes that was in the whatever you call it, the pole or whatever.
Yeah.
So the babosa tree's coming, and that's going to be probably a new tree type.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're getting that in 114. I think that'll be like a 15 sort of thing, but that's still eventually.
Right,
eventually
and then the palm tree too, because that was another one.
Right. I mean, that's why I voted for either of those other two and not taiga. As much as I love the taiga, that we just didn't get a new tree, and that's all I really care about. So
right. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I voted for taiga.
You voted against new wood.
I know, but I really wanted those bushes. Those bushes are gonna help so much. I mean, I know you get leaves, you have leaves, but like it's when you have a designated block, it'll really look good.
I hope so. I mean, what's nice is I don't know what they'll do with it. What's nice is we have German. He'll do something really great with it. So, so this is one of our fast transport methods. To landlocked places, we can't have a ship, obviously.
Right.
So I have to be a little bit more creative. This goes to Monument of the Fallen, which is kind of my Patreon area, but I just started working on it.
Okay.
This place. So you can just press that button up there.
Wait, what is this block here? It's a rope.
Yeah, that's one of our glazed terracottas.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm coming. I promise.
We have thatch and a bunch of stuff. So I literally was working on this earlier today.
Wow,
this is going to be my
so much like Minecraft.
Yeah,
this is a perfectly.
No. No, I'd like these guys to live if possible. Okay. So I started this area. This is a really important part of the lore of this city, but I just wanted to kind of give you, this is going to be the before, and then I'm going to overhaul this village, all the buildings in it, and make it, better. In fact, actually, before this episode, there's a really good chance that I did a voiceover with some of the lore. So,
oh, cool.
You can check that out. I haven't done it yet, but this is the site where. So basically, the men were abandoned because men didn't show up to a fight is the problem. There was a big battle at White Sands, elves and dwarves and men. The men leader was a coward. He didn't show up. They didn't attack. So the elves and dwarves were basically beat, and when they found out what happened, they both left. They left the world. They abandoned the world. No one knows where they went to. Eventually we'll find them. I have a plan for where they were going to be. In fact, the elves are going to be in the end. I've already talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're going to build an end city. I think it's going to be really cool. We're going to build an ender on the main island, and an elven kingdom right on that island. So it should be really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But when man abandoned them, or I'm sorry, when they abandoned man, men were going to lose the battle from the zombie pigmen, and zombie pigmen were going to come over, overwhelm the world. So they went through another portal here, went through and managed to break all the obsidian portals that the Nether had, and then throw it in lava and die. It was a one-way trip, because after they broke all the portals, they couldn't get back, and they knew it, but it was the only way to save the overworld and strand the zombie pigmen in the Nether. So this is the site, and this is basically the statues commemorating men and things like that. And I thought that since you are coming here, what I want to do is, this is basically for Patreon, and then I thought, well, it's for Patreon, and it's also for friends of the world, people and contributors to the world. So I thought what I would do is I would make you a statue here, just to thank you for coming on and doing this little tour.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to do that with the other people who have done the tours and people who have played on the server and all that kind of stuff. Here, because I think it'd be nice to sort of remember when you were here. So,
oh yeah, that's awesome.
Let me just copy this really quickly here. Not that quickly. Maybe in Minecraft here I can do it.
The pressure's on. 10 seconds on the clock.
I'm almost there. Let's see. This and then. What?
I think the head was
like that.
Are you matching it exactly?
I'm trying to. There we go.
The head was up one more. Yeah, there you go.
Oh. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then let's rate your sign.
Awesome.
Okay. Here. Oh. I can't spell. And the date is 11. We do it US style.
Yes.
12. 18. Okay, cool. Yeah. And anyway, so I'll go through that, and everyone put on people building this world, because when this world started, it wasn't like a YouTuber exclusive world. It was just kind of my friends from modded servers that came here, and I convinced them to play some vanilla for a while, and they did a good bit of the digging and building and stuff with me in the beginning, especially. So I should give credit where credit's due. So we'll do that.
Cool.
Let's cut here and head to a new area that I want to show you. Okay.
Okay.
Down here is everyone misses this area, but I spent a lot of time on it. It took a long, like down in here. It's like
it's kind of like
a river walk.
Oh wow. Yeah, this is cool.
I always thought this area was so cool, and like if you go in here,
oh wow,
this is like a fake cave. We happened when we were here.
Oh wow.
So
this is, oh my word.
I thought this was really cool, but I don't think anyone's ever seen it before.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah, it sucks to do all these hidden things, and they'll never be seen by another human being.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm glad I recorded that little clip, because, wow. That was awesome.
Okay, so we're back. We're in Port Brand. We're headed over to Sandraska. I've been thinking about what to show you, because we're really up against the time, and I don't want to show the same things every time I bring someone around the world, So something I haven't shown all that much recently is our prison city. It was my streaming project for a while, but this is the Port Bray jail, obviously, and Sandraska is a landlocked city, and this is our mob farm for now. Eventually, we're going to do a much better mob farm, but for now, this is it. And so you take the prison cart, and then you are transported to Sandrascu, the prison.
Oh, wow.
I heard teleportation is going to be amazing in 114. I haven't checked it out. I heard it's like instant. So.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, I'm really hoping so. Also, I really want to see this with the new Taste of Germ pack because he changed sandstone. I think he switched 2 blocks. I think he switched like the bricks with a different one. So I'm just curious how this is all going to work.
Yeah, he switched the bricks and then he took out the clean variation out of the normal one because they're adding in the smooth one. So.
Right.
Wow, I haven't seen this. This is, oh my goodness.
So this is our mob farm. This is one of the things about the world is I try to never have just like a platform in the sky. So
yeah,
the storyline is here. Prisoners can be boated in. They're boated in on this river, and they're taken over to here where they get off the boat. All
right.
Let's see where they get off the boat. They get off the boat right in this building over here, and then they are brought over to this area we just walked through, and they're given a job, and basically they're checked, and able-bodied people are sent, to go work and given a sort of job by I think I want to say King Croc, I think is on the lore the leader of this area, but they're all.
Oh, what the heck!
Oh
no!
Is that a restart?
Oh,
okay, we'll be right back.
Closed, yeah.
Daylight savings time. Daylight savings time got us.
Gosh,
I have a server set.
Franklin.
Yeah, I have a server set for 11 p.m. and it just turned 10 p.m. and so the server closed. So that's that. Okay. Anyway, so I'm recording. I just had to verify because when the server is closing, it doesn't tell you. So where were we? So prisoners. So yeah. So this is our mob farm, right? So prisoners, they get able-bodied, go get a job here. Not able-bodied, come over this way, and it's not a good thing for them. Or people who might be like political dissidents, that kind of stuff. Stuff that people that they don't really want in the city. That maybe. Religious reasons, I don't know why, but don't even walk up the stairs. It's just, since we can, we'll just fly up. But yeah. So this tower. Oh wait, we're.
Force display.
Yeah.
Oh, lightning just struck right over there.
Oh, it almost hit that creeper. Oh man.
Wow.
Is it?
I don't think so.
No.
That was. Weird.
Oh, that was really close.
Yeah.
That was really close. That would have been cool. So this area, you can see like this area is I cleared it all out and flattened it all up because the idea is that these guys, they don't have any food here. They're in a desert, so they can't really farm food.
Right.
So their idea is what we're going to do eventually is we're going to take one of these walls down and put like maybe a pit or some way to keep people in. But then all the sand will blow from the desert in here. And then we're going to extend the wall really high on the other side.
Oh, cool.
And they're going to harvest the sand as their job, smelt it in a super smelter, and then sell glass and trade for food so they can survive. That's going to be kind of our idea. But this is our mob farm. I've shown this on my videos before, but for your viewers, the mob spawn. Did you get hit by lightning?
No, so close though.
Yeah, mobs spawn in these cells, and there's 3 floors of these cells, and then water turns on every once in a while and pushes them. Here's some mobs over here. Hey, look, this is not the most effective mob farm. There's not very big mob spawning platforms, as but it has a story and it has lore, and I love it for that. You know, and so much of this world is just me. Sometimes I'll get someone who comes on for a few months or something, but I get more gunpowder than I'll ever need.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our mob farm. This is Sand Rescue. What I want to do eventually. What I want to do eventually is come in here and finish this. I'll show you the little bit of a town that I've actually done. Oh, it's raining in the river. That's weird.
That is weird.
Kind of jarring.
Wow.
But yeah, so this
really
is like
cool.
This is like the palette that I've been kind of working. Oh, this is so weird. Here, look at this hut. Because we changed the carpet since I did this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny. But like, look at this one right here. You have this brown one right here. This is a brown carpet right there.
Well, that I think I did since then. Yeah, that's covering a 12. I'm creative.
Okay.
That one is just covering a torch because I wanted to hide lighting because again, this same problem as the witch farm. This is a mob farm.
Yep.
So, yeah, got to be really good about lighting it all up. I actually haven't seen this since we got the brown like dirt carpets. Look, it blends in really well.
It does. It looks good.
And the next pack we get, we're gonna have the path block is gonna be the same as the dirt texture.
Oh yeah.
So let me see. I don't have it yet. It's like darker now. But what I like about that is that's gonna give you 3 layers, 3 pixels of variation.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I think 2 is kind of weird, you know.
Yeah, because you'll have this one and then that one and that one. Yeah.
But now with 3, I really feel like that's going to lend itself to some really interesting paths. I mean, heck, you could almost put slabs or stairs and that kind of stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah. But with that, like, petrified oak, because just the I think Germ has it as the coarse dirt texture.
Yeah, and we'll have that as well, too, yeah. So and we'll have some really nice building options here, but yeah, this is eventually what I want to do is I just want to maybe have like a building day where I convince several of my friends and I'll go harvest all the materials early and then we'll just come here and build a few hundred houses and just kind of fill this with houses.
Yeah, let me just say this house is super detailed and super nice. Or this tower, whatever it is.
It's a church of the end. Actually, it's one of our religions. We can take that. Let's end it there. That'll be a good place to end it. Okay. So one of our religions, the 3 religions we've done so far is Church of the End, Netherism, and Order of Man. Those is because they are in the game. You know, I try to come up with a lore or a storyline for everything that's actually in Minecraft. And Endermen are here, so they would have probably worshippers or something, you know. So the idea in game is, if you believe hard enough in the Church of the End, you look down there and see lava. If you believe hard enough, go ahead and press the button. Stand on the glass and press the button.
Okay.
You're in creative, but you'd be fine even if not.
Right.
And you are now, apparently you believed hard enough, so you are now at the End Temple.
I'm a true believer.
The End Temple, this is like the main the Church of the End. This is the main their main hub.
Okay.
And what you would do if you're playing and you want to go repair your tools, this is where you repair them. So you can step in here and just take the leap of faith.
Oh, okay.
Try to fly and not fall in.
Oh, okay.
You fell in.
I fell in.
I got you. Fix it. There you go. So you're in the overworld. You're under the End Temple right now.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
So if you're just playing survival and you want to go repair your tools, any Church of the End, you take the leap of faith, you get teleported up to the top of this, and then you can plunge down here and go right to the end and repair your tools. In the Ender. We dug out this whole pit to make it look like because I thought what would be so cool is if you're falling, then you catch a glimpse of an end city. The problem is you fall way too fast, you never see it. Like ever. So the only time I show this is more stop and look in survival. But
I love the chains holding some of them, or all of them, I guess. That's so cool.
I really thought this was going to be cool. I mean, it turned out cool, especially if my render isn't far enough currently, so I'm getting a little bit of like fog and stuff in the corners. But normally, our carpet is void. Our carpet is void black, so we can use it. So there's like it's just pitch black, you know. And we did that just for magical things like this. There's a few different magical places. But if you want to fly up through the hole in the middle, you can take a look at the End Temple. This is probably our biggest single build in the world.
Oh my. Holy.
This was a hard build.
I was gonna say, no wonder my frames dropped and I couldn't catch myself from falling because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, especially you just loaded and everything. This was a challenging build, symmetric, and
holy cow!
You know, I did this myself, and symmetrical building in survival is
amazing.
It's a challenge because there's a lot of you got to go down and count, and then go back up, and then go down and count, and then go back up. You know,
gosh,
yeah.
Wow.
But this was a really fun build, and plus I wanted to build something to build. So I found like I don't know, it wasn't really similar, but it was similar. Oh, this weather.
I know. It rains so much in this game now; it's ridiculous.
It doesn't usually rain this much, but
it must be.
I found a YouTube video of someone who did this, like, you know, with World Ed and stuff like that. It wasn't similar, but it's up to build height. I'm like, I want to build something to build height, so I built this. I try to use a lot of like round ender pearl symbology here, and like brown, greens and purples, and really make it look like it. Yeah, it's built by worshippers of the Enderman.
I love green and purple together. Those are like two of my favorite colors. They look so good, especially in this game.
It does look good, and I think it's important to have in your religions that sort of signify them, like, obviously red and black from Netherism, pretty typical, and Order of Man has a different set, and I think it helps if you're in, because some kingdoms might have multiple churches, some might only have one, some might have all three, and distinct styles. Like Netherism, they worship basically like a fire in the middle, like an open air pyre, is their sort of church. Church of the End is more like a typical, Gothic cathedral sort of feeling, and then Order of Man is kind of libraries and alchemy and kind of science base.
Yeah, this is great. I'm just snagging a screenshot. It's incredible.
Especially with germs skies and colors that really sell it.
Yeah, that's wow, that's awesome.
But anyway, I think we're way over time.
Yes, yeah.
But
you guys got an extra little bit. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for asking me to come over. And for my viewers, if you are not subscribed already, you're crazy. Go subscribe to AgentNemitz. He's a really, really good builder. Also, like some non-Minecraft stuff on your channel. You're like the only one I know who does non-Minecraft stuff. Some NBA 2K 20 or something, or 19?
19, yeah. Same
and
thing.
What else are you running right now other than your 2 Minecraft series?
I have the Spider-Man PS4 game going also.
I watched that today.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's getting good. They dove into the story with this.
I'd love to get into that. I'd love to get into that at some point, but maybe when my kids are in college.
I feel like that's what every parent says.
Yeah. I have just enough time to barely keep my wheels going on this series, let alone do other stuff. But
right.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I really do very much appreciate it. If you're watching my video, AgentNemitz will be linked in the description. Please go over and subscribe. That would be a great thing to do.
Yeah, go check out Fixxitt too if you're watching my video. He's incredible man.
Well, thank you for joining me, and we're gonna do some stuff in the future. We'll do some stuff together. I think it could be really fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, everyone. Have a great night, a great morning, great afternoon, whenever you are.
Yes.
See you next time.
Yeah.